We are back in Greyhack. If you remember last time, we had a few things we were trying to do. We were trying to get this password file from Alwyn's machine, get into the computer, find the file. We did those two. We've got to export it, extract it in some way, decipher it, and then send it to this random person that's been watching me and wanting to see the file. So that is what we are going to tackle today. And again, if you have any backseating you want to do, feel free to come by Twitch chat. Let me know what you're thinking or comment down below. All right, let us jump into it. Okay, so Alwyn, it is time to meet your maker, my man. All right, let's get a terminal open. Let us get mail open. Okay, so reminder, this is okay. This is the email I got last time that was trying to get me into Alwyn's machine. They put it easy for me. They gave me the credentials and everything. They wanted me to look into it. And then once I got this all taken care of, we were gonna continue talking. So let's get this done. I think we actually have to get back into Alwyn's machine. I didn't write down his credentials, so let's see if we can do this real quick. Let's get into, where are we at? Manual? Oops. So I have a rough idea of the commands. Get our terminal, manual, getting started, first steps. Okay. So these are the ones we want to, or this is to get into a Wi-Fi network. So I guess starting with Alwyn, I'm trying to recall real quick. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What did we do to get into Alwyn's machine? Oh, Alwyn. How are we gonna get back in here? Are we going to look at the last stream? Yeah, of course. So let me skim back through. Remember what we were trying to do here. Okay. So this is the email from last time. Don't know what happened. Get the wrong password error. Here are the credentials of your computer. So we take those credentials and we SSH in to this IP. So we go SSH Alwyn at Aristan. I'll never say that right, or never be sure that I'm saying it right. Okay, so we get that. We're gonna copy the IP. Connecting. Okay, cool. We are in Alwyn's machine again. First remote connection. Now it's my second game. Nice try. It's important that you know some details about remote connections. In addition to the SSH command, you will discover other programs that will also allow you to connect remotely to a machine. Note that when you can launch through the terminal, even though connected. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is what I needed last time. Wow, this is very funny. Last time we just were spinning our wheels trying to figure out how to export it, and I reached out to get some help, and they mentioned, yeah, just run File Explorer exe, and if we would have done that before, we would have certainly got it, because we were trying to get this mail.txt file. Okay. It is recommended that you copy the scanlan program on the remote machine and run it. Scanlan is a powerful program that shows you the network configuration in which the computer is located. Okay, keep in mind that when you scan a public address with Nmap. It may not show you all the computers on the LAN that have active services, since some computers will not have the port configured on the router and therefore will not be visible from the outside. Scan LAN. Okay. Sure, we'll read how to not get caught by authorities. When you access or no, let's come back to that. Because I want to take on a little bit at a time so it sticks. So first thing, let's get out of here. Let's open my own file explorer. Okay, so we've got Allwin's file explorer here. We've got mine, so we're going to drag over their txt file over to my machine. Okay, so we've got this here, so now we could run Decipher against it pretty easily. I want to run the other command I just mentioned, but I don't I don't remember what it is. What is that command? Alright, either way, we'll just start with this. We've got the mail.txt file. So I'm going to close this out, and if we need to get back in, it's fileexplorer.exe. So, alright, we got out with a little head full of steam here, thanks to the tutorial. So we got the file. Next thing on the list is decipher the file. So we're going to need our terminal. Okay, so we're back in our terminal. We'll hide all ones for now. What was the command? So we've got decipher, it's already saved on here. So do we just run decipher then mail.txt? I don't think that is all oh, okay. So running it, it's going to decipher it. Let me drag it over here. Let's see. Let me make sure it pops out safely, because I know last time we tested the decipher on my config file, so it popped out my credentials. But I'm pretty sure this is just hitting my home folder. Because it's here, it's not hitting this mail.txt in my config folder. So we should be all good to go, but security paranoia, hey, we're gonna hide it. We're gonna be a little safer. So once this runs behind the camera and I see that it's not my password or credentials, I'll drag it back out. Okay, that is Allwin's password. Erdy12. So that might be Allwin's cat. That is a good cat name, Erdy. Okay, so we're in here. So the next thing we need to do is go back to the email browser, close the file explorer, and I'm actually going to do something real quick. I'm going to rename this to Allwin mail txt, just so I know the difference. Yeah, try to keep this stuff organized. Sure, we'll delete some stuff out of here eventually, but for now, let's just rename it. Okay, so here was the ask. Answer this email with the password that I need to know, and we will continue talking. So we'll reply to this email, just erdy12. Sent it. We already got the reply. You've done well. If you want to work, you may visit this website. Sure. I mean, obviously I have to. I don't know why I sound hesitant. Okay, so we'll go to the browser, punch in this new, well, I guess first, hey, we won. Let's put our X's in, get that little dopamine boost. We sent the email, we win, which I guess is just continue a new mission. So we'll figure out what this next step is going to look like. So this is the hack shop. Welcome to my shop. Buy what you want. I'm not going to ask questions. Okay, jobs is going to be a good thing to do. Looks like they all have a reputation score. This is fun. Now that we get to decide what we want to do. Ooh, a capture the flag. Well, that's fun. Okay, we've got exploits. Tools. Oh, that's funny. Academic changes, changing police records. All right. So back in high school, I had a buddy of mine that had to take a summer school class, and he spent the whole summer not doing anything. He didn't do an ounce of the lessons, an ounce of the homework, and he somehow breached into the system like the end of the summer and changed his grade from an F to an A. So he has done academic changes in real life. This guy is legit. No idea how he did it, but it's funny to see it in this game. That brings back the memory, man. Client wants to change some grades, so what should we do? Find and delete remote file. Let's just do that. Oh, I don't have rep. Okay, okay. Let's do the grade. Let's do police record. Just sweet. So I want to, can we bookmark this? Okay. So we can bookmark it. I don't want to download everything right now. So we're gonna come back when we need stuff. Bunch of exploits in here? Interesting. Okay, let's take on this job. Do we get an email? We did. Alright. So I'm gonna close out of the browser. We've got it bookmarked in case we need to come back to the hack shop. Let's see this contract. The client wants to modify the information of a police record. The remote IP of the victim is 103.44.75.80. The record to modify belongs to Mayor Kauskinso. The client wants to add the charge of kidnapping in the year 1996. To avoid raising suspicion, you only have to add the indicated crime. Alright, Alwyn, it looks like you're off the hook then. We're going to close out of that machine. You have tutorial associated with this window. Okay, I'll double check it. So this is the part that we don't want to get caught, the tutorial piece. So when you access a remote computer without authorization, it is likely that you will attract the attention of the system admin. If it finds the machine that started the hacking, it will inform the authorities. Depending on the type of network you have access, administrators can be more or less permissive. A good admin usually finds suspicious activity where others do not see it or simply ignore it. In any case, it is highly recommended that you delete your tracks on any computer after you finish an intrusion. Okay. Init system events are registered, blah blah blah. So okay, so we're gonna go to logviewer.exe. So here are my logs. Establish connection on port 22. And now we just delete them. Can't save. Oh wait. This one delete. Watch the file explorer connected to the remote machine. That's powerful. Okay, let's go to file explorer.exe. I guess it'd be in config or no, downloads. Alwyn. Okay, we just had to go up a few libraries. Alright, it's just a similar way to get there. Okay, to do this, open the file log. So we open the file log. It is important to keep in mind that the deletion of the records is only useful when a passive trace occurs. There are two types of traces an admin can perform, active and passive trace. System admins, like any other worker, have a work schedule. It is usually advisable to access remote machines at times when the admin is not working. Programs like Admin Monitor notify you in an automated way when an admin is present and the approximate time remaining until the active trace reaches you. Highly recommended that you take a look at the manual in the trace system section to know if there's more in depth how the traces work and the different ways to avoid them. For the moment, it is enough that you know this way to eliminate your trace. But I can't delete it. traces. In the current version of the game, you just have to delete any entry file /var/system.log that is either shell obtained or file deleted, along with your IP address. Oh, I see. So we want to delete anything that's shell obtained. Do not indeed desire, since inevitably when you disconnect from the machine, you will create an entry in the log with your disconnection, creating the file if you had deleted it. If an admin sees a log with only disconnect, suspect, and start the trace against you. So how would I... Interesting. So can I... Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I don't know how to delete just those parts of the log. Let's see... I don't know that I can delete that right now, so we'll leave it as is. If you find me Allwin's admin, you find me. Okay, let's close that. Jump into the next mission for Mayor Kowinski. Okay, so we're gonna get into this remote IP. We don't have credentials. Wants them to be charged of kidnapping. So the credentials belong to this guy. How did we... Did he send me the credentials last time? Oh yeah. So maybe we need to... We don't have an email to reach out to an admin. What do we have to get this, the credentials? Oops. Okay, it's my outbox. I thought I deleted it. Okay, so we want to modify the record belonging to Mayor Kauskinso. The remote IP of the victim is here. Can we just... I don't think we can just SSH into here. Yeah, so we need a username and password. So let's see what happens if we punch the IP in here. Welcome to the official police website. If you're aware of a crime, contact us. Let's see what we've got. They've got jobs. They've got reports. If you want to report a crime, enter the public IP of the network where you have found suspicious activity. Okay. So nothing of use here. Check out the manual. So we want to see network. What do we want to get? Just credentials. FTP standard file. Yeah, we don't want FTP, I don't think. I don't think this will get us anywhere. Oops. Oh no, that's the right one. Okay, let's paste that and run it. I don't think that gets us anything though. So, gateway and then the IP again. Displays the current information about the network devices installed on the machine. Yeah, it's not gonna help. IW config. Oh, yeah, this would be the way. Let's go nmap, hit this IP. So now we're gonna get the open ports, right? Yeah, so we've got criminals, HTTP employees. So I wonder, there's got to be a good way to do it, but no, we can't SSH into it. I don't think, at least. Remote shell is not installed by default. Displays the user accounts registered on the server where the SMTP is running. Let's see. Because maybe this would have credentials. I don't know. Let's run it. Command not found. Okay. Sniffer. When executed, it leaves the terminal busy listening for outgoing connections. To cancel the program, it is necessary to use Control-C in the terminal. Interesting. SSH. Is this always port 22? Just a silly question. Okay, we'll learn more about the encoded source another time. So can we use when connecting using SSH? Oh yeah, we don't have credentials, so we can't use this right now. What other commands do we have access to? Can I just connect to the Wi-Fi? Alright, this is the part where we click on every command to see. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so they have open ports. Scan library, scan router. Let's try scan router. Oh wait, I don't have the command. Let's go back to our hacker commands library here. Tools. Hack shops, there are usually jobs available, yep. For example, an SSH server has the libssh.so library installed in the system. As these vulnerabilities are exploited, library developers will discover and patch them, patching updates so that any system admin can patch it. Okay. To search for exploits in the store, you have to select the library and the version you want to hack. Okay. You can classify the exploits into two, local use and remote use. Remote exploits are ones that can be run from any computer to attack any remote machine connected to the internet. This type of vulnerability is reserved for libraries of programs that have services open to the outside, such as SSH, FTP, SMTP, and SQL. In the description of the exploit in the store, it is detailed what type of permissions are obtained if the exploit is successfully executed. For example, if an exploit gives you access to the terminal on a victim's computer, depending on the type of exploit, you will have root guest common user access. Okay, I don't want to just read like 6 tutorial screens at a time. Library analysis. Okay, we need something. So I could run the sniffer. Do I have the sniffer already installed, or was that one? Alright, that's one that's not installed. So what? Yeah, let's get that installed. Oops. Oh, everything costs money nowadays. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get sniffer. Monitors all the networks to which the user is connected. Okay, I don't need that. We already have Decipher. Scan router. Prints out information. Oh yeah, we wanted scan router. One's free. Okay, so let's try to scan router. and then do that IP again. Let's see if that gets us anything. No rules. Okay. Library shell, use and reverse shell service. Okay, so we're trying to get credentials. So we don't know who the admin is. We don't know who to reach out to fish for these credentials. How do we get the admin info on a site? What did we do? I know we've seen it. I'm trying to remember what command I ran to figure out who the admin was. If anybody magically appears and wants to tell me, hey, that's fine. I will take your advice. If not, I'm going to try to research real quick. Okay, let's see. Groups, password, user add, user delete. Scan library, scan router. Yeah, this one had nothing on scan router, nothing to decipher right now. Be network commands. I want to know what happens if we just ping it. I think it just tells us that it's active. Yeah, ping successful. SMTP user list. Let's see. Did I already try to run this? I don't think I did. Command not found. Did I spell it wrong? No. Oh, yeah, must not be a mail server, I guess. So SSH, we need credentials, which we don't have. Is it who is? We run who is to see who the admin is? Yes, okay. So who is this? It's got the domain name. It's got the admin contact. So why don't we try to take this? And there may be a command to do this better. I'm not entirely sure, but we're gonna send them a login issues email, I think. No, we don't want to get their password. So we could send them. Let's close this out for a second. Okay, let's open another mail. So we were mayor. So that's who we are. We could do the wrong password. I'm the administrator. I'm blank with your company. But when I enter the credentials of my account, the system will alert me that someone has tried to enter my information in an unauthorized way. It feels like it'll just be login issues. But I need the username as well because I don't have it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it's just last name at the email or at the website. So maybe we can follow that format. Hello, I am last name. Don't know what happened. Can enter my workstation. Okay, we already got something back. There's no one with that name that works here. All right, let's try. I guess we'll try the full thing. I don't know. I'm not super confident that that would be accurate. If I was this admin, I would have big red flags already. But this is how we learn. Cow skin cell. Send it to this guy. There's no one with that username. Okay. Let's keep digging then. So we have his contact. What do we do? What other options do we have? Admin online, online user. System info, I know it was you. This may interest you. Okay. None of that really felt like it would win. So what we are trying to do here, let me update the old tracker. That helps me and it may help the viewer at home as well. So we want to so be able to get into the network for that IP address. And then we want to be able to modify record. So I guess, yeah, we don't need the credentials from Mayor. We need to be able to modify the record, so we just need to be able to get into the system. So one of those ports is probably going to be our best bet there. So we're going to get into it, modify the record, delete logs. By modify record, it is add kidnapping charge. Delete logs, exit network, win. I think that's all. I guess we'll email contact if we need to. I don't know. Okay, so that's what we're working on now. So we need to figure out a way to get into this network. So we have the contact info for the admin, and we have the open ports. So there's got to be a port on HTTPS or HTTP or criminal that we can get into. Let's double check our hacker tools. Let's see what we've got. In the hack shop, there are usually jobs available. Yep, we read about this. Okay, we'll come back. Lib HTTP version 1.8.5. See where this brings us. Get access to a shell remote use. This could be useful. Required any user logged into the computer dependencies. What is this one? Permissions obtained guest. So would that give us anything? I guess these would both be guest. Let's see what we've got. So grant access to the file etc password. It is necessary to have the Decipher program installed in the computer to launch. That launches the exploit. So we don't have that. Well, maybe. Huh. Take advantage of a vulnerability in the HTTP service to inject a new password to a registered user. Take advantage of, yeah, a lot of these are vulnerability based. I think I need to get access to a shell. Search bank credentials, bank credentials. Let's see. Let's buy this with one of our tokens. Okay. Open it. Okay, so we'll use that. Use stem. And then our port, or sorry, our IP address that we have. Use stem. And then port 80. Can't find meta exploit library in the /lib path or the current folder. Interesting. Where did I go wrong here? We don't have access to SSH. What is the service criminals? Dependencies on. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the best way to go about this is. What tools do we have? Analyze the provided library to search for vulnerabilities. But we're not in the network. So we need to get into the network first. Library analysis tool. So again, I think this requires us to be in the network. I'm trying to read these instructions real quick, the tutorial. Okay. Yeah, I talked about this a little bit. The exploits of local use can only be executed from the victim's machine. Yeah, but we are messing with the remote use ones. Since some vulnerabilities require that specific behaviors occur in the program to exploit it. Some exploits need certain requirements to be met in order to run successfully. It is advisable to save some money and hire a rented server where you can do tests and prepare the next attack in private without the danger of alerting the authorities. That makes sense. Okay, you can mess with it in the code editor. So libraries often have many more hidden vulnerabilities than those found in the exploits published in the hack shops. These vulnerabilities can be found with the scanlib tool. Alright, let's see. Let's save it, let's get it. I like the puzzle of it. It's very, maybe, I'm sure to someone with experience, it's super straightforward, but to someone with little to no experience, it is certainly not straightforward. Okay, let's see. Tools? Yeah. Let's run scanlib. What is that? Let's see what the path library. Okay, so we have, I think we have to be on the network then to do that. Yeah. We'd have to log in with some credentials. Music is too peaceful. I don't know when this came on, but it is going to put me to sleep. I thought I tried to shuffle or like loop the playlist. Okay, I think we're good now. Let's go with this one. Okay, so what are we running here? How did we enter in Allwin's credentials? So before we grab this person's info, so for the last attack, we got the admin info and then reached out to them through email, and they gave us the credentials of our computer. So it feels like it'd be a similar story. Wonder if I spelled the dude's name wrong. Probably Kowinsko. I'm surprised. No one with that name works here. What else can we do here? Hmm. Yeah, because last time they just gave us the info. We had. I guess I can. Because we. Oh, wait, I'm trying to think. Because we already sent them, hey, I'm Mayor Quinsko, which is the full name, or the full title we got. And then I'm Quinsko. Kauskinso. Hmm. Is there anything else? Alright. It's just running this again. So we got. Let's see. Go to their website. Alright, this is the same as the IP. Oh, it was not me. Ooh. Okay. Let's see what happens. I know it's dumb, but I'm gonna send it to him and say I am him. What's the worst case, right? Who you are. Alright, lesson learned. This guy knows who he is. He's sharp. We can't get that by him. Alright, maybe next time. Hmm. Alright, I think we're going to end this session here. So let's call it. So we finished the last contract. We got into Alwyn's computer. We breached it. We got all the information we needed. And then next time, we are going to come back, try to get these email records or get it modified to charge Mayor Kauskinso of kidnapping. So thanks for stopping by and looking forward to seeing you next time. Peace.